Welcome to this fourth video on VRE for environmental research infrastructures in ENVIRI+, overarching VRE for multiple RIs. I'm Zimin Zhou, a senior researcher from University of Amsterdam. In the previous videos, we discussed the design and the development challenges in research infrastructures and how reusable solutions can reduce the development cost and improve the system interoperability. In this video, we will discuss how a scientist might use one or multiple research infrastructure in his research or her research. In particular, we ask, how can a virtual research environment can be used to assist such a scientist? We will use an enhanced VRE solution developed in the VRE for ERC project to demonstrate how multiple research infrastructures can be used to support system level of sciences. A research infrastructure often provides its user a portal through which user can select the data, services, and other available digital assets from a catalog. In many cases, the portal often provides access to predefined workflow, pipelines, or visualization tools for a user to quickly check the data products or to generate customized data of a kind of knowing to be needed by the scientists in their target community. Since most of the assets curated by a research infrastructure are data, such portal is often called a data portal. To better utilize the data products in the domain-specific research activities, scientists often use their own external tools to build data processing pipelines or workflows. Such environments, as we explained in the first part of the video, are also referred as virtual research environment. When a scientist wants to use the data and services from multiple research infrastructures, the scientists face several difficulties. How to discover data and services from different RIs, how to compose a workflow using data and services from different RIs, how to cite the data, which might use different identification methods from different infrastructures, how to execute a workflow across different infrastructures, and how to reproduce the results based on the provenance information from different systems or infrastructures. There are a number of different options to handle such difficulties. The user can simply visit each individual data portal, use a customized virtual research environment supported by different research infrastructure, or use an overarching virtual research environment to hide the complexity of discovering and accessing data from different research infrastructures. The first two options are straightforward, but require the user to manage the diversity among different catalogs, which in many cases is far from efficient. The third scenario can reduce the complexity for a scientist, but require the virtual research environment to somehow overarching different research infrastructures and provide a unified interface to the user. The enhanced virtual research environment solution developed in the VRE for ERC project provides a feasible solution to do this. eVRE is a reconfigurable virtual research environment solution that focuses on providing interoperable solutions among different research infrastructure. The eVRE architecture defines the necessary building blocks to tackle cross-RI challenges across three tiers of applications, interoperabilities, and resource access. More specifically, it includes a AAAI solution for handling authentication, authorization, and accounting issues during the RI accessibility challenge. A system manager coordinating all the major components of a VRE. A linked data manager for connecting semantic information gathered from different sources. A workflow manager to handle the components of workflows using services and data from different RIs. And a metadata manager to handle the mapping of metadata used by different RIs into a common standards, and an interoperability challenge manager to provide adapters for accessing the resources and the services hosted by different RIs. Among those building blocks, we will specifically discuss three scenarios. First, the use of serif metadata, which the metadata manager to build an overarching catalog of RI resources. Second, the use of semantic search tool to enable cross-RI data and service discovery. The third, the use of workflow manager to compose a workflow from different research infrastructures. SERIF is a metadata standard that models the key elements in the contextualization of research data, elements such as project, organization, person, assets, funding, and publication. A straightforward way to establish a community catalog using SERIF is to catalog digital assets from different infrastructures using SERIF schema and create a single combined catalog. However, for many research infrastructures, this is time-consuming work. The EVRE provides a metadata manager to map different metadata standards onto the SERIF standard, such as ISO 19139 and CKAN are often used in the ENVI+ community, for instance, through GeoNetwork-based solutions or B2Find services. Using the mapping developed for these standards, the EVRE provides a pipeline which can automate the ingestion of the metadata from CKAN or ISO 19139-based catalogs into a SERIF catalog. Based on SERIF, a combined metadata catalog can then be served and searched via a graphical user interface. From the graphical interface, user can create a flexible combination of the SERIF attributes to perform faceted search of the catalog. Using semantic search, the results of the surface discovery can be loaded into external workflow management systems, for instance, Taverna. Via the plugin provided by EVRE, a scientist can load all the results together with other services provided by the Taverna. The composed results can then be executed either via the workflow engine or via a graphical workbench. After execution, successful workflows can also be stored in the EVRE catalog for future reuse. In this video, we discussed the typical scenarios in using VRE for enhancing scientific research. And we discussed how the virtual research environment provided by the VRE for EIC can provide an overarching VRE solution for RIs in ENVI+. For more information of research infrastructures in environmental and earth sciences and virtual research environments, please check ENVI+ and VRE for EIC websites.